But let's get to it. Look, we just had a very big fight, right? A couple weeks ago or a week ago. Beterbiev, Bivol, they fought. First things first, thoughts on the fight.
First, the game soft as hell right now, bro. The game soft as hell. They trying to, file a complaint over a fight that was that close. Now, what they gonna do? Overturn the decision? You think they're gonna overturn the decision? So no. I mean, but when I put that fight, when I was watching that fight, bro, I was so frustrated because I felt as if at any time Beterbiev could have, if he would have landed two or three flush shots. Now, if that was Bivol being slick, if that was Bivol being two steps ahead of Beterbiev, then I give him all the credit in the world. But from where my eyes look, it just seemed as if this man could never get his timing, balance, or rhythm to land the significant, crucial shot, to land flush, to cause an accident that could have changed the tide completely. He never really landed the type of punches that we're used to seeing Beterbiev land on Bivol.
Yeah, it
And
was
that
definitely a
was,
different Bivol.
it was it his speed? Was it,
Oh, Beterbiev.
I don't know. I give Bivol credit for lasting. I never thought he could last 12 rounds with Beterbiev punching. But Beterbiev never got all, never really, I don't think really got in his real rhythm in the zone. I don't think he ever got in his zone where he hitting flush, sharp punches and looking good. I was curious to why every time Bivol threw his punches, he just covered up. Never once trying to set the counter. Never once trying to cause the collision. And then when he did have opportunities in the championship rounds,
Mm-hmm.
go back and look at the tape. He was too close. He was smothering everything. He didn't have his distance. So he wasn't sharp and he still won the fight.
What do you think about that? Do you think he won that fight?
When you look at it, the last three rounds, if the judges give the last three rounds to Beterbiev, he catches him and he passes him up by 1 or 2 rounds. That fight was that close.
Mm.
That fight was that close. I felt I would have wanted to see a lot more from Beterbiev. I was just sitting there waiting, anticipating, and wondering why he really wasn't pulling the trigger. He's the monster. He fought, but he didn't fight like the monster. The control, you feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Precise. It wasn't really a lot of precision there. He was throwing his hands, but his accuracy failed him. You feel me? And will we see the same fight or will we see a different fight in the rematch? And I think the only way that there's some fairness in this, because a lot of people that's not in the game don't understand that when you lose a fight like that, you come in as the challenger the next fight. A lot of money is just switched hands from challenger to champion. You feel me? Now, if they want to make this fight right, they ran it the first time 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a fight that you can call for 55-45. Champion, challenger. Now, if they want to be fair, that's how you award both of these fighters. You don't take nothing out of their pocket. Because if a challenger champion, it's a 70-30 split. That's a stretch.
Yeah.
That's a stretch. I heard some places 80-20. I don't know how it changes from one date to the next. I don't know. But if you want to be fair to Bivol for, and all the controversy, don't overturn this. But make sure the man don't suffer financially for a fight that it could have went either way. A lot of people say it's disputed, blah, blah, blah. Run it back, 55-45, champion challenger.
Gotcha.
You feel me?
Tell us though, champ. I gotta know. You heard the decision. Did you think it was the right decision? Should it have been a draw? Did you have Bivol winning?
When you look at how everything was being promoted, I thought they had Beterbiev on the grill. I thought they was cooking, and I was surprised the way it panned out. And Bivol, I thought they had him on the grill. When they said Beterbiev, I was surprised that they gave him the decision because I was the one saying, no, no, no. But maybe they knew that knee was bothering Beterbiev. Maybe they had some inside knowledge that we didn't have. You feel me? And then when they was talking about the knee, 30 minutes before the fight, I kind of went, I'm like, okay, this is what it was. They knew that knee was bothering him. or that he wasn't 100%. And then even though he fought, I don't think he fought like the Beterbiev we all expected. You know what I mean? Bivol, I think he fought about as good as he could with everything being considered. He went the distance with a monster. So that in itself got to let you know that Bivol IQ is up there. But again, if you see a guy, only thing he's doing is covering up, he could have really paced himself and really boxed Beterbiev to the point where he needed a knockout. Even though his corner was saying he needed a knockout, he truly needed a knockout to win. You know what I mean? When you look back at Trinidad De La Hoya, kind of give me those.
Yeah, it's funny. I was saying that.
De La Hoya kind of thought he had a lead. Maybe Bivol thought if he can just avoid the knockdown and the knockout, he cruised to victory. But you never know. You can't leave it in the judge's hands. So next time around, one of these fighters will be good to be trying to finish it within the distance.
Got you. So you fought at 175, had great success there, obviously. I got to know, champ, you were in that ring. How would you handle Bivol? How would you handle Beterbiev if it were you?
With my skill set, you feel me? I could box with anyone. And then when it comes down to the power game, I can punch with anyone. And then my defense, the most underrated defense in boxing history. Because you don't get out the game 23 years looking like this.
Clean as a whistle, baby.
Never been cut, never been knocked out, never been cut. And we can do a survey on that. How many people fought 20 years, never got cut? We can do that. So my thing is, bro, whether I ever get the accolades or not, whether I'm ever, you feel me, truly, you feel me, ever appreciated, I did my thing, bro. And I was a menace. You feel me? Ain't nobody want to fight me. Come on, bro. Roy Jones was the most beloved fighter in the history of the game, almost.
Oh, we know that history.
You feel me? So,
I got you, Slim.
I mean, that man was, you know what I mean? So I'm a realist, bro. Like, all I was doing was chasing my dream. You feel me? That's it. And I didn't know any other way to do it. I trained to do everything I did. I prepared to do everything I did, and I believed in myself.
Oh, we know.
What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? So my thing, I probably never get the credit, but I'm him.
There you go.
I'm him, bro.
If y'all wasn't aware.
I'm him. And that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No more, no less.
That's what we got you on No Holds Barred. We appreciate your presence.
But it ain't about me, bro. I did my thing. I'm cool with it. You feel me? I did my thing when it was my time. You understand? Now I telling the people, bro, I feel I'm the best trainer in the game. I don't even train nobody.
Oh, we gonna talk about that. The fans got questions.
Nobody, bro. You know what I mean? Come on. I can show you better than I can tell you. Put me behind. Let me show you. That's all I can. I ain't no more talking, bro.
We're going to touch on that in 1 second. Let me ask you a question, champ, because Elry has a really good question. Elry, I got you. Elry said, who would you have seen as the tougher challenge for yourself, Beterbiev or Bivol?
Bro, we talking about me. You cannot ask me those questions, bro, because, I mean, come on. I mean, this me we talking about. you feel me? It's me we talking about, bro. So, I can't even say nothing because, to be honest, I'm going to tell you like it is. I'm going to tell you like it is, bro. It's a different era, bro. It's a different era. It's a different time. You understand? I think, you feel me? Like, bro, when you look at, again, the heavyweight division, there's no American nowhere in the contention. There's something wrong with that, bro. I don't care what nobody say. And that shows you where the game is going.
Yeah. Let's talk about something else, Shane. So, thinking about 175, Morrell versus Benavidez just got announced. Got to get your thoughts on that fight.
Oh, boy. 175? Well, obviously, Benavidez moving up.
They both just had like a setup fight at 175.
Benavidez won interim. I saw that. That was a tough fight for Benavidez to move up.
Guys, yeah.
and fight that monster. That was a good fight for the Morrell fight coming up. But again, what's Morrell record?
Morrell, he's got less
9 and
fights.
0,
Yeah, he's got like
something
10 and 0,
10
something
and
like
0,
that.
11 and 0
11,
maybe.
11 and 0
Might
probably.
be 11 and 0.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
going, champ.
So that in itself, you gotta, and he's a talent. He's a talent. Been fighting amateur a long time though.
Cuba.
And Cuba, he has that Cuban style. We know. I mean, if you look at Laura, I mean, I think
11 and 0.
he can do some things of that nature. But again, it's levels to this. Benavidez has been in there where I think with proven fighters, and when you look at a guy like Plant, you feel me? It can, from the boxing standpoint, you have to favor Benavidez just because it just uh the
Pedigree.
the fighters that he's faced, and then 11 fights. I don't know if that's enough experience at this level. 12-round fight. I don't know if it's enough experience to dethrone and beat a hungry, undefeated David Benavidez at 75. I would have to lean right now with what I'm looking at. I ain't putting nothing under the microscope yet. I would have to lean toward David Benavidez in that fight. The power might edge go to Benavidez. The boxing edge might go to Morrell. And so slickness, Morrell, but David does have fast hands.
Activity.
He throw combination punches. And then he's taller than most of these guys. Once he start raining down on you, we see how he do that better than most. He can have his way with you. So, decision, Morrell gonna have to show us something.
Yeah, yeah.
Morrell gonna have to show us something that we don't know that he possessed. He gonna have to show us some edge to him. You feel me? We ain't seen too many people stand toe to toe with David Benavidez and bang. So we'll see if he can be successful doing that. If he can trap David, get David reaching and counter David. You feel me, with clean shots. Those are the things you would want to be looking for. That's a tough matchup. Morrell's not, give him a couple more 12-round fights. I mean, because that distant fight is going to be tough. You feel me? When you only have 11 fights.
And only one at 175.
Yeah. So, they moving them quick. They moving these guys quick that has these long amateur pedigrees, this amateur background. They get them to the pro. They kind of move them quick because they're a lot better even coming in the game than most of these prospects. You feel me? So that stage between the first 10, a lot of those guys jump straight to that, like Lomachenko did. Jump straight through that. Went, give me these killers. I'm ready.
Title fight in his third shot.
Yes. So, a lot of times with the amateur pedigree in the background, you can skip a lot and go straight to the prospect contentionship. You get you 4 or 5 fights. And if you have that ability, you'll be all right. You just got to get your conditioning up and to fight the long fight. Because it's ebb and flow. It changes a lot from a long fight to a 4-round, 3-round, 6-round fight. You know what I mean?
Especially when you're used to getting guys out of there with the power.
When you're facing real fighters that ain't gonna go. You feel me? That ain't just going in there just because they don't supposed to win. Some of these guys, dream big. You know what I mean? And they have goals of their own. So that's why it's important never to take none of these guys lightly. Train for the title every time. Train like you're training for the title every time, because one loss, you may be out of the title run. So everything is important.
So 175 to iron this out in that division. Obviously we just talked about Beterbiev, Bivol. You got Morrell, Benavidez, and just like boxing works,
it's gonna get crazy, boy.
Canelo's talking about coming in and fighting Beterbiev, right? There's no rematch clause for Beterbiev, Bivol, so really it's his decision. That's a big fight. I mean, it's a money-making fight. It's Canelo trying to become undisputed. It's Beterbiev with now a quote-unquote bigger name, right? If he gets that fight, does Canelo, he couldn't beat Bivol. We've seen why. The activity kind of stunted him a little bit. Maybe the size difference. What does Beterbiev present for Canelo, or vice versa? Matter of fact, let's go the other way. What can Canelo do to beat Beterbiev if he gets that fight? He couldn't beat Bivol.
I don't know. And Canelo was saying if Bivol would have won, he was going at Bivol. I don't think Eddie liked that fight the first time. And now Canelo is pushing to go. If Canelo is going to go 175, He's not fighting at 68 no more. Okay, we like that. But if he's going to campaign at 68, and now that David Benavidez is moving up, I think we've lost that fight altogether now. So I think Canelo, as a fight fan, I would have wanted to see that fight.
Canelo Benavidez. Yep,
Benavidez.
most of us did.
I would have wanted to see that fight. Now, when you set the table, Beterbiev, Canelo is not as fleet-footed as Bivol, even though he don't move that much
Not
now.
like Bivol.
Canelo don't move that much anymore. And again, you hear the Bivol say that punching power still was there, even though he felt like he caught a lot of that stuff on the gloves. Look at his face afterwards. The one few times he did hit him flush was devastating. And if he could have landed a couple more fresh shots, I think he stopped him inside the distance. Now, with a slower Canelo, smaller Canelo coming up, I would hate to see Benavidez. Beterbiev landing shots on Canelo. Now Canelo, they probably height-wise, he probably won't have a big statue of size against Canelo. Canelo pretty thick. Size-wise, they could be looking at each other, but power, punching power. I just think Beterbiev hits a lot harder, man. And, it's a challenge for Canelo. It's one that he'll probably be going in as the underdog in that fight. But if, Canelo is a great fighter, all-time great, if anybody could, I know one thing, a bad night like Beterbiev had, that I thought he had, I didn't think he fought at his top level. If he fight like he fought Bivol, I think Canelo has a chance. If he can't land nothing solid on Canelo, Canelo got a chance. If he can avoid the big shot and just like Bivol did, taking the distance, he got a chance. But if Beterbiev start cracking, start hitting him flush, bruh,
might be all she wrote.
That's change. Yeah, that's fight changing. That's fight changing power. If Father Time wasn't the real catalyst in that fight against Bivol, and we won't know that until the rematch.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? How he feels going back to training camp. Can he get his balance much better? Can he get his timing much more accurate? Because he missed a lot of punches in that fight that could have changed the game.
There you go. So Canelo, right now, no fight set. Could push for the Beterbiev with, the kind of money he generates. I'm sure he could get it if he wants. Benavidez got Morrell, like you said, favorite Benavidez. I think most people will. He'll probably end up being the favorite. Let's say he wins that fight. Who do you think presents the bigger challenge to Beterbiev, Benavidez or Canelo?
To Beterbiev, yes, I think Benavidez does because of the size. He's a natural light heavyweight. You feel me? He's a big guy. He'll have height and reach over Benavidez and Beterbiev, and he can box. David can box a little bit. So, I think if he can avoid getting cracked, because I tell you, Beterbiev still the hardest puncher in the game. Beterbiev still the hardest puncher in the game, and I believe in his power until I see otherwise. You know what I mean? The reason he didn't get Bivol out of there, and maybe it was all Bivol, but he never was able to land a flush knockout shot where he really measured him and got it in there. I didn't see that shot all night.
Yeah.
I didn't see that shot all night. Even the uppercut was grazing him. It wasn't smushing him like you normally see. The two uppercuts they showed the highlights of, they didn't hit him flush. And that was Beterbiev all night.
Yeah.
Missing by just a little bit.
You think David, with his height, his length, the way that, he's active, the way that he can measure, you think he would have a better shot than Canelo, though, versus that Beterbiev, or versus Beterbiev in that fight?
I think so, because of his size, height, and reach.
Yeah.
And the way Beterbiev is a lot more aggressive. See,
yeah,
I can see him backing Beterbiev up. I can see him backing him up with that jab, and you feel me? So, David got some shit with him.
Yeah.
David got some shit with him.
Shout out David.
Shout out Canelo. So does Canelo. But I just think the height and reach will give Canelo some problems.
Gotcha. Yeah, I do.